Welcome back to Let's Get Tipsy.
I'm Priscila.
I'm Fernando. And this is a podcast where we get a little bit tipsy, talk about random topics because
we can.
Because we can.
I feel like this wall is empty. Like, I feel like we should put something.
It does look a little empty now that I'm looking at it.
You know, like, I don't know. Would it be tacky to put a flag of the podcast?
Podcast?
No, that is really tacky to put our faces behind our faces.
I feel like, yeah.
But, like, also, I'm not going to put an American flag right there.
No.
However, I did see Chibi that has an American flag with Jacob Elordi stamped right in front.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like those vibes match my vibe a little better. But, like, also, what am I going to put up there?
Yeah, that's a good question. But now that you mention it, it does look a little, like, bare, like something's missing. Especially since we're in front of it now.
Yeah. But also, vlog idea, we paint the freaking wall.
We paint the wall.
But, like, not just one color. Just go at it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Ooh. We'll see.
We'll figure it out. Background pending.
Background pending. Yeah. Well, we're back.
Oh. We haven't been here we skipped a week.
We did once again.
I think it's healthy.
Honestly, I think it is because I feel like it gives us like more like time frame for something to go on, and it's just kind of like a little like in between. Crazy to say, but it is. It does help out, honestly.
It is a wears out us often because last week I was just in the funk. I was like, I cannot sit in front of a camera and like pretend to be interesting for like an hour. Like now it's like fine. I was excited. I'm like, oh, I have topics, actual topics right now.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think it just gets us like like we have more things going on, but also it just gives us like more time to be like, oh, okay, this or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's a good, healthy thing going on. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I literally just now was like, okay, let's start the podcast because I want to talk podcast topics. But
yeah, since yesterday you've been like, I want to talk about this, but
it's really tough sometimes.
Yeah.
Like these topics are so fleeting, and like I think it's been 2 times at least. One time when we were talking about Squid Games, and I forgot the other thing, in which we talked about it right before the podcast, and like after we catch our reactions, which are very dramatic, just because they were dramatic, and then we're like, dang, we could have waited 30 more minutes.
Yeah, that's why now I think, at least for me, and I feel like you too, like we're cautious of what we tell each other. We try to, for me, I try to tell you stuff that, and you too, I feel like we try to say stuff that are not like podcasts, like
we wouldn't say in the podcast.
Yeah. But it's still trying to like jump around other topics like that we could bring up. So I don't know.
Because we talked a lot, because I think we are on episode 20 something on YouTube.
Yeah.
But we have a lot on deck.
Yeah.
Like, if one of us is to like go in a coma for like 3 months, I think we're good.
I think we're good. We have content there, so.
But yeah, no, I was gonna tell you, whatever. Oh, because we were talking about what we're gonna do next weekend with Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
We know her now. Yeah. That video would have been up by now.
Yeah.
And I was like gonna say, I'm still very solid on why don't we just like go to someone's living room and watch a movie? Like there has to be no drinking involved. We can play board games. Like, dude, whatever happened to sleepovers?
Let's just run it back. You said this yesterday, and I was like, wait, you're kind of right.
Yeah.
But growing up, I never had any sleepovers either.
I didn't either because my parents were strict.
Yeah, I just never was the type to be like, can I go sleep over with such and such? Because, I don't know.
I did, and my parents were like, no. They have a brother, or they have a man in the house. And I'm like, I mean, now that I'm grown, I can see why. Like, you never know.
True.
But that's so dang, man. Dang.
That was like, I don't know. I feel like that made a lot of core memories in people's, like.
Right. I think I didn't start having sleepovers outside of my cousins until, like. Ooh, I think I was, like, 17.
I think I never had a sleepover. Like I know, I don't recall ever having one. I literally think when we went, I I can't remember. There was a certain scenario that we were at a friend's house, or like we went on a trip. I was like, guys, I think this is my first ever sleepover.
No.
They're like, what? You never had one? I was like, no. But yeah, I mean, I get it, because I mean, who knows? I mean, people are crazy.
Yeah, it was a vibe. I remember one of them, don't drink before you're 21, but I remember one of them, we were like seniors in high school, and let's say that we were drinking cinnamon juice, for a lack of better words.
Apple juice, okay.
No, cinnamon juice. There's a very prominent alcoholic drink. No, not alcoholic. It was cinnamon juice, okay?
Gotcha, okay.
And there's a Pitbull song with this name.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So we were like, how about every single time he says cinnamon juice, we take a small little glass of this drink. Point is, fun little night. Whatever. We had a great time. We had to pull up to school the next day. We were all like full of cinnamon juice. Because mind you, you don't drink before you're 21. But we had to dress as Powerpuff Girls because it was like Halloween, and it was like the Spirit Week of all things. Imagine our energy. Mind you don't build up a tolerance to cinnamon juice at the age of 17. You're just a dumb kid.
First of all, also cinnamon juice of all things.
Okay. We didn't really have that many options. We were 17.
True. But still.
We gathered what was given to us.
True.
But outside of that, as far as like sleepovers go, I still think that, like, why do we grow out of them? They're so fun.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just simple, like, literally just to go over and hang out. Like, I was like, you know what? That sounds kind of fun. Literally just to, like, hang out, chill, watch a movie. Like, a relax. Like, nothing crazy going on.
Yeah.
We might also just be old.
Okay, that's fine. The closest thing I remember to a sleepover recently is whenever we lived over there.
Oh, yeah.
And we would all play board games or something.
True.
But, like, whatever happened to Monopoly?
I know. I know the rage behind Monopoly, because I get it. It can get very, like, tense. But I love Monopoly.
I do, too.
I love it. And I do want to... I feel like we should play it, like, together.
It's literally right there. I don't like the game taking 10 hours.
That's true. It does take a long time as well. So,
but I love it because I don't even know why I like it so much. It just like feels.
I don't know either. I think it. I don't know. Yeah. I couldn't tell you why I like it, but I do like really enjoy it.
And the thing is, I'm not even that competitive. Like I lose and I'm like, oh well. Darn. Or sometimes whenever we start playing outside of the rules and I like hit up someone, I'm like, can I borrow like $200? I'll pay you back when I get my residences back. The second I get a hotel, man, that money's going to you. And it makes it like interesting because now you're like hustling money as a millionaire. It gets me to see the other half for a little bit. Or the 1%.
How the 1% lives.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Monopoly is fun. We should definitely play it sometime. I remember, like, literally when I was, like, young, I was asking for Monopoly. And I was like, but it's because I saw these people play and it looked really fun. And it was. It was fun.
If we do that next weekend, can we, like, dress up?
Dress up?
Like millionaires. And sit around the little table. And be like, actually, we could even vlog it. Maybe I'm just thinking about the podcast 24/7 that I'm like, that could be a vlog.
We could. I feel like that would be fun. Be like, yeah, my property here.
Right.
You're crossing like, my railroad. So.
And we can like just make it interesting and be like, matter of fact, you're gonna hear from my lawyer. My lawyer is the bank because you're the only unaffiliated person.
Joke's on you, you're going to jail.
Exactly. No, you can't leave. I don't care. You stay there. Because I remember I bought a get out of jail card once.
Oh.
With Monopoly money, though. But I was like, how much would you sell it for me for? And they were like, a hotel. And I was like, you drive a hard bargain. It was never that deep. It's Monopoly, by the way.
We're still talking about Monopoly, believe it or not.
But, yeah, we need to do one of those.
Yeah, I think so. A game night. I mean, I know when you used to live over there, and we did have, like games that we were playing. They were fun. Like, we just need to get back at that.
I have plenty right there, and there's like, aside from a Monopoly, we have the best friends game, which once again we could be vlogging everything because if we have 4 people in here, which I'm sure Mike's still right at some point eventually.
Yeah.
We can play the best friends game, and it takes 4 people.
Yeah, and I think also hopefully I'm not gonna stretch it, but hopefully at this point, the vlog finally went up, and you've seen it at this point. But yeah, I think we want to move more with that as well. Like that's why I think we're so motivated to be like, we could have vlogged this, we could have vlogged that.
I watch vlogs a lot more than I watch podcasts.
And so do I. So, or like not even vlogs, just like people like cooking or something.
Right.
So, which we still need to do like a cooking video. I feel like that would be fun.
That would be fun, but like the thing is about me in the kitchen, I'm like Gordon Ramsay and I get angry.
Oh no. You're about to yell at all of us.
Because I've had Mike trying to cook with me and I'm like, sweetie, let's put you to cut an onion over there. Get the freak out of my way. Like, or he starts turning on the stove and I'm like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna start cooking that. No, that's not ready. We haven't even washed those dishes.
Oh, no.
Why would you start cooking this? Now this is gonna get cold and we still have that's raw. Think with your brain.
Think with your brain.
It's like playing Overcooked all over again. I still have Overcooked, by the way. We should play it.
I also love Overcooked. So yeah, we should also do that. We should just have a game night.
I'm telling you, it would be so fun.
It would.
We'll see if Stacy's down.
Yeah.
We'll let y'all know next vlog.
Stacey's always down for anything, so I'm pretty sure.
No, yeah, because whenever Shamar was like, who should we invite to the beach? We went to the beach yesterday, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I mean, I can invite Mike and like, we can invite Fernando. And then I was kind of like, is Fernando gonna say no? Like, the only reason I can think of you saying no is like because Mother's Day, which by the way, Mother's Day, guys. There's where we're at on timeline, I guess. Time-wise,
it is May 11th, so happy Mother's Day. Yeah, we ended up going, and it was pretty fun, I'd say.
No, yeah, it was definitely fun. We did end up going a little bit later than planned, mainly because, one, you were late to your party.
I was late to my party that I had a party to go to beforehand. Fun party, great time. But I just showed up later because, I don't know.
And then I fell asleep while he was at that party.
Yeah. And
Didn't respond to anyone for a while.
I eventually left the party and I was like, okay, Pri, I'm home now. No response. It's like, okay, I'll give it until 9:30. And then I was like, let me call her. I feel like she fell asleep. Because mind you, the last messages that I received were, which she had texted other things before, but one of the messages was like, do I have time to take a nap? And then I was like, oh, she fell asleep.
We've said this before, but I am a heavy sleeper.
Yeah.
Like, if I knock out, I'm dead to the world.
That's why I was like, even if I call her right now, I feel like she's not going to wake up.
Because Mike was next to me, and apparently he tried waking me up. And I just simply didn't. And then once it hit like after 9:40 or something, whenever I was like, oh, we're finally on the way, he was like, no, I told him, why didn't you wake me up? What's going on, man? Come on, be rational. Fernando got done a while ago. We should have been gone. And he's like, I tried. And I was like,
that's true.
I can't even be mad because that's true.
Yeah.
And then the same thing happened on the way back, and then you almost hit a deer, and I still felt right.
Yeah, we were literally like, I wouldn't say like 7 minutes away from my house, like arriving, like almost there. And then for some reason the deer decided to cross the road. And while we were coming up, and I was like, do I stop? Do I go? Do I stop? Do I go? And then I went, I sped up, but I like swerved a little bit. Which luckily the deer was not running fast. I think it was slipping under the road kind of. And obviously swerved out of the way and then got back in my lane. So much so that it moved Mike. Mike was asleep and he woke up and he was like, huh? What happened? And I was like, oh my god, we almost hit a deer. Pri shook as well, but she still stayed knocked out.
I just took long blinks in my head.
Yeah.
I blinked once and we're 30 minutes away. I blinked twice and then we're here. I was like, okay. And I tried so hard to be a good co-pilot for Fernando. I should know better. But nevertheless, I tried by absolute best to stay awake.
But you left me with a podcast that it did catch me on, and I was listening. I was like, wait, for real? So, yeah. It was fun, though. We had a great time. We always like to go to the beach at night. I don't know if that's too weird.
Well, I don't like it during the day. It's too hot.
It is too hot. The sand is too hot. And there's a lot of people, and it's too much.
At night, we literally pull up, and there's no one around us.
And it's so relaxing. You have the whole beach, literally. Like, there's maybe the one other random person that also decided to go.
The sand is cold. Like, the sand doesn't even bother me at night.
It does. Yeah, exactly. That's like the least to worry about. So
let it be the day, and I'm complaining the entire time.
You put 1 foot in, I'm out.
Yeah. But,
so
yeah,
it's fun. We've done it multiple times where we go at night, and it's great. Just saying, if you haven't tried it, you should probably.
But like, not as a random one-off. More so, make it a tradition, because it's just like,
yeah, I've gone to the beach so many times already this year.
You have.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just chill, like, and it's like if you had a rough week, if you had a rough day, it's just so relaxing. Obviously during the day it probably is too, but like with not a lot of people at the beach.
Yeah, for sure. A private beach, maybe.
Yeah.
You're relaxing, and then you hear Priscilla go, "What if a tsunami happens right now?"
That was the question of the day yesterday.
But I found out that tsunami is not how it's portrayed in the movies, which, no.
That's true. It'll kind of just like push back, be like, why is the beach all the way over there? It was just right here. And then it'll slowly creep back up.
I can't swim either way, so I'm probably dead.
I can either. So I'll probably also be dead.
Also, my cat's doing side quests right now. That's why I keep glancing off the camera.
I do too. I keep glancing at her.
She's over here playing parkour in the like the cabinets, and then the bookshelf, and then the curtains. I think she's about to take a nap though, so good on her.
Yeah, she looks like she's getting comfy. So yesterday while we were at the beach, Mike actually pointed out, like, oh, have you guys seen that they moved the Annabelle? And I hadn't seen anything, and then I got home, and then this morning, actually,
well, you got home this morning, so
true, we did. Mind you, we got back like at 5 a.m.
Today is Mother's Day, so I still have to be up at 8 a.m.
So yeah, he was like, did y'all see that Annabelle got moved? And then this morning, I started getting TikToks of like the fact that they had moved it. I'm like,
leave it alone.
Why? And then the comments were saying like, oh, like there's a reason that it was not meant to be moved or whatever. They weren't supposed to move there or whatever. Why are y'all moving something that is not, like, y'all know it is capable of? Also, isn't it crazy that it's capable with that?
I mean, we dived a lot into like demons and ghosts in our first couple of episodes.
We did, but like, isn't it crazy that like, we're just like, oh yeah, this demon doll. Like, how?
Is there a way to expel it? You would think they were already done like an exorcism towards it.
Right,
you know?
like, oh, like, just to get rid of it or whatever.
Stop, because why is religion like coming up right now in my head?
I'm
like, if there's demons, there's gotta be like something to counteract it, right?
Right.
And like, not to get too deep into it, but I'm not particularly religious. So I think I've already said that in the earlier episodes. But like, who's gonna sit there through an hour of Annabelle stories? But essentially, just to recap real quick, I'm simply like unaware, and I don't feel like I am wise enough to choose a religion. Like, I think I don't want to choose one unless it really like speaks to me, because I feel like a lot of religion are derived from like where you are born in or where you're raised in.
That's true.
You know, because like my boss, she's a Buddhist. My mom was like, it's crazy how she doesn't see God, and I was like, no, she sees God, but you see a different one. So like, once again, I don't want to label my religion based on like where I'm from, what I'm hearing around me.
Right.
God should be like monumental, spiritual towards everybody, regardless of where you're born in.
Right.
So that's why I'm like,
I feel like that makes sense, like, because it's like, yeah, like, what are the odds that you're born here and now suddenly this is what you're meant to believe? You
know, that's just simply like, no disrespect to anything. I'm not saying anything is wrong or anything is right either.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to carry the burden of having to choose something unless I know for sure. Like, or he gives me a sign or something, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a bigger power out there. I would like to believe that way. But I don't want to choose one because I don't feel like I am wise enough for it, you know?
Right. I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
But, yeah.
But yeah, with that being said, why are we moving Annabelle? Who comes up with this idea like, oh yeah, we're moving her over here now? Like,
but
why?
Did they say why? Where'd they move her to?
I think it was like West Virginia or something.
Why?
Exactly. I don't know the reasoning behind it, but like the TikToks that I was seeing, the comments were like, oh, like this is bad. Y'all weren't supposed to move it.
Why not?
But I'm also like, why not?
Yeah,
she's in a cage. But
did
also,
she tell you that she wanted to stay
no,
where she was?
for real? Did she post this somewhere that we don't know about?
Did you talk to Annabelle personally?
Exactly.
Like, what's going on, man? Or am I missing something?
Also, I've like seen the movies and whatever, but like, what is she capable of? Like, if they randomly just like open the hatch.
Well, I did see some people like that went to visit the Warren house, and they saw Annabelle and like looked into her eyes or something.
I know that part.
And they would make fun of her, and then like they died on the way home. I think, for a lack of better, more intellectual like words, bad vibes.
Yeah, because I did see another video of where they were showing, I think where she was originally at, like, or like another lady that had a Annabelle doll, and they were like, do not look into its eyes. Oh, I was reading the comments, and they were like, the way the cameraman just pointed directly to the eyes when the lady just said, don't look into your eyes.
And then you have the comments being like, I'm sorry for looking into your eyes. Girl, she's not reading the TikTok comments.
Yeah, they were like, I do not claim this energy or whatever. Ma'am, it's a screen. I don't know either.
Perhaps my ego is too high because I'm like, I can take it on. A demon doesn't bother me.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just like, what are you going to do? Unless you're going to slit my throat right in front of me.
Slit my throat.
Come on, be so for real.
Oh, and then we saw that
that is not an invitation for any demons, by the way.
After you just said that. Then we saw that the new Conjuring movie's coming out, and oh my god, I'm so excited. It looks so good.
I know.
I saw the trailer last night while we were at the beach, and I was like, this looks like really good. Like, I don't remember exactly what the second one was, because I was telling my sister about it earlier, and she was like, yeah, and she was like, this one does look really good, because the second one I didn't really like. I'm like, which one was that one? Because I
barely
forgot.
remember the first one.
I know.
I remember the first one was scary though.
I know the first one was.
I can't remember why.
I don't either, but I do remember it was kind of like scary, and now I need to rewatch them to figure out what it was.
No, my movie was the Insidious movies.
Oh, I also love the Insidious movies.
I watch every single one of them. Big fan of all of them. 10 out of 10.
But yeah, once it comes out, I think I'm gonna go watch it because it looked good.
Clean shit. Okay, so we just went on a long rant about like dentists and stuff.
Right.
I forgot why, but
I don't remember how we got to it. Something about grinding teeth. Oh
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So essentially, I was in the dentist, and they were telling me how I grind my teeth a lot, which I am aware of. And they were saying how it was like mainly in the molars. I know no one cares about my dental history, but I'm getting there. Hold on. And they were like, wow, it's so strange that your two top teeth has so much grind on them, but your bottom teeth have no showing of it. Internally, I'm thinking, mayhaps is because when I was 9, I got bullied for being like for having bunny teeth.
Oh, I remember
and
this.
And I took the metal shaver to my teeth and shaved them down to the point
that
I was
is
like,
crazy.
And I was just kind of like, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I feel like they're gonna like be horrified.
I remember you told us that story, and I'm like, how do you think of that? Like, how do you do like?
I don't even know, man. I was a child, and now that's probably why I have trauma, like hearing metal against teeth.
I mean, yeah, that's.
Oh, and I was gonna ask you because I asked Mike this yesterday because I was up in my own head. I forgot regarding why. I think it was like just one of those like hyper awareness moments.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking to myself, and I was like, I just went into so many directions. I honestly, like, I'm not gonna say I'm on the spectrum, but I could be. But I was thinking to myself, and I was like, I was thinking about you and Stacy, because I think I was texting you or Stacy, and I was thinking, I think I see them differently than they see me. You're gonna ask what, but let me get there.
Yeah.
I was like, because I see friendships as a very valuable thing to me. Not saying that you don't, but then I was like, it's probably also due to the fact that I don't have any like familial relationships. Like, I don't have siblings at all. Like, well, sorry, my half brother, if he's watching, sorry, I mean, but I don't have siblings that I'm like particularly close to, and like obviously I don't talk to them as much, and there's like not one person that I'm like constantly like reliant on. And then I think the closest familial tie I have is my mother, because you could say my cousins, but I moved here at a young age, like 11, so the cousins that I grew up with, stopped talking to them because I was 11. Social media wasn't a thing, and I was the eldest. I would have been like their eldest cousin. I would have been someone they looked up to, and I lost that. And I look at like their postings and stuff, and I see them all together, and it's like very cool to see, but I'm like, I could have been part of that, you know?
Yeah.
And then I moved here, and the cousins that I meet, they're already in their little posse, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm growing older, and obviously I don't get close to any of my family. I don't know if I mentioned it much, but I'm not really particularly very close to anyone in my family. And the only person I could say that I have the strongest familial tie to is my mother. However, it's not even as strong of a tie, because I always thought I was closer to my father. And my father, he wasn't the best at. Like, nobody really knows him how I know him. It's like, you don't get it. It's like, because Mike saw him at his worst, but there was a time where he was at his best.
Right.
And that was my father, and that was the one that I held really, like, not to be like vulnerable or anything, but I am being vulnerable. But that is who I was the closest to, and like, that's the closest thing I felt to familiarity. Like, and he really wouldn't allow me and my mom to build a relationship together. Like, we weren't allowed to talk to each other. Crazy to say, but that's how it was. So even though she's the closest person I'm like close to, it's still not as close as I imagine some people have relationships. Literally, I sat Mike down yesterday, and I was like, what is the difference in the relationship you have with your siblings versus the relationship you have with me? Like, be fully honest. Like, what can you say? What can you do? What can you tell? How do you trust them? Because obviously since I'm married to him, he was like, honestly, you're now a step above my siblings, because we're married. Like, people are like, no hatred towards anyone's siblings, but once you have a family and kids, they become your family, and your siblings are your siblings.
Right.
You know? Because I'm sure whenever your sister gets asked, oh, how's your family? Yeah, her mind might go to you, but she's first gonna think of her kids.
Right. Oh, the kids are good.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I was like, it's insane. And he was like, oh yeah, with my siblings, like, I mean, we can like just throw stuff around, but like obviously there's a limit as to like morality and like certain things go.
Yeah.
For you, there's not really a limit. And I was like, yeah, I guess. And I was like, it all arrived because I was thinking of like how much I trust you and Stacy, and I was like, I forgot that you guys have siblings, and I forgot that I hyperanalyze everything. And I was like, so how do you think of relationships? Like, obviously we don't have to talk about parents right now, but like ties, like emotional ties that you have with people. Like, you don't have to go into like deep into each sibling. You can just go overall on the topic.
Okay, so how do I choose?
Well, not how do you choose, more so like how do you feel? Like, how does one determine they trust someone else? Because like I said, I see you and Stacy like in a really big light. It's like, I trust them, but like, I don't know how that compares to like a sibling relationship, you know?
Oh.
Or like someone that you fully trust, or like, I don't know, it's getting really like, I want to comprehend the emotion of like, not trust, but like,
I kind of feel like I understand a little bit like what you're trying to get to. But I don't know exactly how to word it, because see, my issue is that I don't know as much now, but I used to be like pretty open to like tell like a lot of things. But because of certain scenarios and certain people, I feel like it has taught me a lesson, which for the good thing to be like not as open, um, or not like immediately out the door be like, so this is what's wrong. um, but are you referencing like friends wise or like siblings wise?
A little bit of everything, more so curiosity on the sibling wise. I don't know. It's just kind of strange. I see people like grew up with people, and they have their full trust. Like
how does that happen?
I mean, no, I understand how that happens because I've developed that relationship with some of my cousins growing up. However, like friends, like how do you see your friendships? Like, what emotional connections do you think you have with them? Because if you want, I can give you an example of how I see friendship. Oh, because this all derived from me talking to you guys and me being so vulnerable with you guys. And I was like, are they vulnerable with me too? Or do I just talk too much? Like, because I feel like I really trauma dump a lot. And I really put a lot on you guys because, like, we never said it on the podcast, but when my dad died, I called Stacey and Fernando because I just simply couldn't handle being alone for that time. And I was like, obviously, no requirement to call me, but, like, obviously, they'd be with their siblings or whatever. Duh. They didn't have to do it alone, but it's more so, like, how do you see your friends? Like, because I feel like I put a very high pedestal for my friends because my mom always brings it up. She's like, if you care so much, and I'm like, yeah, I do care that much. Like, I don't text them all the time, but if they called me at like 2 a.m, that's just gonna pull up.
That's true. Okay, I kind of see what you're asking now, and honestly, and it feels like the same way because I feel like I am very vulnerable with you guys as well. I feel like for me though, it's kind of like what we talked about. I think this was off podcast, but there's certain topics that we don't touch because it does feel like it would just be like kind of awkward to talk about. But I feel like as far as like vulnerability and like being like very close and how do I see you guys, I feel like it is kind of like right there. I don't know. It's hard to put into words.
I know it's a hard question, but like
it's a hard question, but also like I'm not good with words, so I don't know how to like word it out. But it makes, I don't know, it's just like easy to tell you guys like everything that's been going on, like, or like how I'm feeling a certain way. I don't know,
because I think it also came up because I've been hyper-analyzing my actions towards other people lately. And I was like, I remember that one time for the podcast where I was like, hey, so you're gonna sit down and you're gonna read like 10 pages of what I wrote, and you're gonna like pretend to like it, okay? And you're gonna sit there and read it, and there's no option because if you love me, you're gonna read it. And then like now that we're done with that and it's further down the timeline, I'm like, that was rude. That was really rude because like, why? Like, yes, I can show something I'm proud of, but like also, what if you don't care? And I know you're gonna say you care, but like also like, what if internally you don't? And like, girl, they don't need to, like, you don't need your best friends to like bring validity to your actions, but also like I care and I fear that that's what like a sibling relationship would be, you know? But also like I don't have a sibling relationship. I don't know if you go to your brother and you're like, look at what I made, look at it and appreciate it. You know?
Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like the relationship is very close like that, but I think it is because we are so close. We have talked about a lot of things and a lot of private stuff as well that has gotten us so close, and that's why I do feel comfortable to just be like this is what I've done, or this is what's been going on, or like even the smallest things, like, oh, I did this, like the fact that you just mentioned like oh, do you go to your sibling and be like, look what I just did? Yeah, like, I don't know, and I know you already made that comment about the pages that you made me read, but I feel like it is like a big thing that you're doing, and obviously you want to show it off. You want to like show like your closest friends or like someone that you value's opinion to help you like with either feedback or whatever it is, or just to read it because like it's something that you're proud of. And it's like obviously whenever you accomplish something, you want to like show someone that you're close with, like, look what I did, or like, look where I got to, or like, it's kind of different. But like, for example, like if someone were to go off to college and get a career and so whatever, and then finally get the dream job that they ever wanted, be like, oh, like it goes back to their parents. Obviously we weren't touching on parents, but they go back to parents and be like, oh, like, look, I finally made it, I'm a doctor or whatever. So it makes sense. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, I feel like it might stem from something else where you might think that it's annoying to us, because it never is. Or like so yeah, genuinely, like I feel like there's nothing that because we also talked about this, I think, with Stacy before, like where sometimes I'm like, I don't want to bring certain topics because I don't want to like cause a burden. Not that I do, because I know you guys
okay, well, we say that we're like, oh, not like that we know that you guys understand, but internally we're kind of like, but do they?
Right, exactly.
You know,
that's what we were talking about. Because like internally we're like, it's like both ways. It's like they don't mind, but also do they? So I know what you mean, because I mean, like I said, we had that one conversation that one time where I was like, I didn't want to bring it up because it is a burden and it's just like something that's been going on, but we all do, like and like the same way that you feel when I'm telling you something like going on like that is the same way, like vice versa. Like we're here to listen, and I think that's why we have the correct people that we chose to be around us. That was not a big group. That's probably the best thing, because it's like we are so close, and that's very important. Just like you don't need a big group, you just need people that are right there for you.
Yeah, definitely, especially at this age, which like I feel like I see a lot of people my age going through the same things. Like we're sadly growing up in like a society that makes it really hard to like thrive at our young age, especially, I don't know, because I don't want to get into the logistics of it. I mean, we're trying to do YouTube. There's people that try to go to college,
right? Yeah,
but I see some of them struggling too, and I'm like, where's the line? Like, where do you hit the jackpot? Like, you know, like, where are you happy? Like, I know that's kind of deep, but like, where are you happy? Because we can cut the next part out, but like, if we think of anyone that's successful from our graduating class.
So basically, after going down the list, we realize it's tough out there right now, and not really a lot of people, or at all, successful.
If they are, good for them. Happy for them, but
good for you.
As an older Gen Z, because I think we qualify as older Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
We're all kind of struggling.
Yeah.
Our graduation got taken away from us. Our prom got taken away from us.
I probably wasn't going to go to prom anyways. But
I was. I had my ticket. I was ready. I had my dress. My dress is still under the bed right now.
I don't think I was going that day. Like, when they originally were, like, planning it or, like, thinking about it, I was like, I ain't going to go. Why am I going to go?
It was a little depressing. Like, then I hear about people that went to high school with COVID going on, and all they had to do was wake up and show up to do classes.
Oh, yeah.
That makes me so mad. You're telling me you wake up and you just get on your computer? And I had to pull up. And then I saw another video of an animator. He was like, dude, I'm so glad I was in, like, that class. Because imagine going for school for 12 years and you don't even get to freaking have a graduation. And I'm like, yeah, it sucks. Why did we go to school for 12 years?
Well, I mean, we did end up having a graduation.
Barely,
but we did. I don't know. I know it's obviously it's the most important thing, like one of the most important like steps in your life that you find out, like you worked 12 years for this,
and then early adulthood got stolen.
I feel like we've always been the generation or the year of what's it called, lab rats.
Oh my god, don't get me started, because that was their entire high school experience.
Literally, that's what I was referencing, because like I don't know. Our whole school years in high school, early college, whatever you want to call it. It literally seemed like we were experiments.
They were always like, yeah, we haven't done this before. We got into like college public speaking in freshman year. After us, they switched that to like juniors and seniors.
Yeah, they changed it. And yeah, I mean, even teacher-wise, like we had people that at the beginning of the year or like our first year, and then suddenly like by the end of the year, like they were gone. Like there were different people.
And they would yell at us and be like, guess they're not trying hard enough. They were beating on freshmen, and then they switched over to beating on seniors. And it's like, guys, like,
I don't know. I feel like
children, and now you're doing the same actions towards 18-year-olds versus 14-year-olds.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I'm not playing a victim. I'm just saying, like, what did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, it was crazy out there, to be honest. But we made it out, I guess. But here we are now, like, not much going on. So.
Well, I guess we can lead right into the next topic. Shamar told us to talk about mental health.
We don't talk about mental health a lot, but also I don't really know much on the topic because, to be fair, I feel like I've never got in like pointed out like, oh, this or like, I don't know, like diagnosed with this or whatever, because I just don't really go to the doctor's office. So
I fear I'm not the right one to talk about mental health.
Yeah, I don't know if like I said, I don't know either, because I'm gonna be like, well, I don't want to self-diagnose myself, but
well, I'm officially diagnosed with, like, should I name them out? Should I bring out a list? It was like anxiety, it was depression, it was like, I don't want to say specifically which ones, but it was a bunch of eating disorders. It was like OCD, very heavy on the OCD apparently, which makes sense, but god damn, don't call me out.
Yeah, that's what my issue was. Whenever I went to the doctor, they were always like, your heart rate's too up, you need to calm down.
Oh my god, they told me that too. They were like, okay, sweetie, take a breath. And I'm like, I'm just chilling here.
Literally me too. I would always show up and they were like, okay, we're gonna give it a few minutes and come back and test it again.
They've done that to me so many times.
And I'm like, they're like, are you nervous? I'm like, no, I'm literally just here.
This is my regular heart rate.
Like, I know, because I know like some people, the doctor's office is like, oh, needles and this or that. I'm not scared of needles. Like, poke me if you want to. But
and
like,
they're like, okay, calm down. I'm calm.
I'm like, I'm literally like here, bro. Like, I'm just chilling. And then they're like, oof, yeah, it's too hot. Like, even there was a occasion where you know those little pop-up tents that they do like at certain events or like festivals where they you go and like get your blood pressure taken or blood sugar tested. The girl was testing me and she's like, whoa, she's like, I'm gonna try the other one because she was like, this one has been acting up, and also if that number is correct, you should be in the hospital right now. And I was like, okay. And then she's just like, just breathe, just relax or whatever. And I'm like, I'm literally chilling right now, but okay. And then I just I just try to like, in a sense, like disassociate, like kind of just like not think about it, which I wasn't thinking about it, but I was just like, okay. And then she finally got a decent number. She's like, okay, that's better. But like go to the hospital. Yeah, she was like, but I was about to send you to the hospital. I was like I'm fine. Like I don't know what that number means, but I'm literally like perfectly fine. But yeah, every time, and that wasn't even the doctor's office. That was a pop-up tent. So like, what's wrong with me whenever, like, because mentally I'm okay, but like clearly like.
But like mentally, are you okay though?
Well, let's not get into
that. That is the real question.
That is too deep.
The thing is, we were going to the beach yesterday, like we said already.
Yeah.
And Shamar was like, "Well, talk about mental health," and we were like, "That's heavy."
Yeah, because it just like literally like the other day when we were that scenario keeps like playing in my head where we were just like, I don't have motivation to do anything or whatever, and you were like.
May have to have depression.
Yeah, like that's.
May have to,
we're
or
just
rather,
like signs of depression.
DIE, but that's fine.
And honestly, maybe, but like, like I told you, I don't want to self-diagnose, and I don't want to be like, I have this.
I don't have to self-diagnose, and you relate to me, so.
Huh?
I don't have to self-diagnose. I'm professionally diagnosed, and you're relating to me a lot. So.
Well, that's true, but I'm not gonna go to a doctor's office and confirm it, because that was my other issue too. Okay,
that makes it real.
The fact that every time that I go there, I was like this, and then when I was little, there were always like, you're overweight. Okay. Damn. Every time, like, can we talk about something else?
Right, don't get me started.
And then also, I feel like if I do go now, they're gonna be like, oh, like, you have this, or whatever. And I know you probably are seeing like, oh, that's kind of bad. Then you should probably go if you think you have that. No, I don't think I have anything crazy going on, but I also don't want to confirm it.
Okay, crazy take. Lately, I've been like, I don't believe in disease or allergies. Because I'm thinking,
I know you said that yesterday.
I know, but like I know it's so out of pocket, and I know it's so fucking stupid. Like, education is right here. My thoughts on like diseases are right here. Like, I know it's stupid, but at this point, I think it's denial.
Is it
because like I know I'm like a woman of science. I like believe in science more than I believe in anything else. Not religion, not spiritual, nothing. Science is the like die all end all.
Okay.
But I'm like, okay, so my parents and grandparents grew up in a ranch where they had no access to modern medicine, and they're fine. They lived to be 90 years old. Allergies were nothing. All this little like BS about like mental health disorders, BS. All these little like health disorders, BS. And these people live to be 90. And you're telling me I should think I'm sensitive because I have anxiety? I need to grow up.
I need to grow up.
Why are allergies real? Like, you're telling me you grew up in a town of dirt, and now you're telling me you're allergic to dirt? Be so for real. Like, if I just like think they're not real, then they're not really real. And then it looks so rational, and I look such a dumb take. But I'm like, ignorance is bliss. I just have to like. No, that I just don't have allergies. That's what I tell people normally. But I'm like, in reality, I don't believe in allergies. And guess what? I haven't been hit by allergies. I am 24 years old, and not once have I like fallen. Like at 21, I did get like allergies, but I was like, bro, my grandparents were thriving in a farm, and I'm being weakened by some pollen.
By some.
And then I was like, no, actually, I decided not to believe in this shit.
Oh my god.
And guess what? It's been better since I don't get allergies anymore. And then I hear all these people being like, oh my god, allergies are hitting me. And I'm like, because you believe in them. You're giving them power.
You're giving the allergies power. Okay. Interesting take for sure.
I know, but like, I know it's dumb, but that's how I'm like, deniability is my superpower right now.
Okay. I mean, clearly it's been working because you said your allergies haven't been hit. So, to be fair, I haven't also gotten hit by allergies either. But, I don't know. I don't know how people get affected so bad. Because my sister's one of them that gets like crazy affected.
My mom. Our moms.
Oh, yeah, they have crazy allergies. They're, like, allergic to everything.
Girl, how are you allergic to dirt?
But my sister's allergic to, like, pollen whenever it comes out. Like, the season is. Like, it's bad for her. Like, I don't know. She senses it, like, a month away.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Anyway, so I think it was a great episode. Actually, I think we overloaded the actual, like, span of proper content.
Yeah, I don't know how long this episode went, but
for sure, like,
it's gonna
be an hour long.
Yeah, I feel like it was a good time. Hopefully good topics. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, you can actually support us and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Let's Get Tipsy Podcast.
And Twitter and YouTube at Let's Get Tipsy Pod.
Yes. And you can also, if you want to follow us individually, you can follow me on Instagram at Fernando M643 and
lovely Priscila with 2 Y's, and it's always gonna be linked down there.
Yep.
It's good.
In the description down below. Yeah, and if you didn't know, we also have a second channel.
Which we're going to be more active in. We're going towards it. It's called Let's Get Margaritas.
Yeah, so we'll start including the link.
I'll send it to Fernando because I don't think I have.
Yeah. So that way, yeah, you can go watch the vlog.
You can see us IRL, not just sitting in front of a camera.
We actually go out and do stuff.
But as always, don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly.
And I think that's it. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.